I would have never have come here if you hadn't summoned me. I didn't know that you were going to speak like a fool, or it would have been a long time before I summoned you to my palace. I am what I am, a fool to you, so it seems, but the parents who brought you into this world thought me sensible enough. Whom do you mean? Wait, who is my father? This present day will give you birth and death. Everything you say is the same. Riddles, obscurity. Aren't you the best man alive at guessing riddles? Insult me, go on. But that, you will find, is what makes me great. Yet that good fortune was your destruction. What does that matter if I save thieves? I will go, then, boy. Lead me away. Yes, take him away. While you're here, you are a hindrance, a nuisance. Once out of the way, you won't annoy me anymore. I'm going, but first I will say what I came here to say. I have no fear of you. You cannot destroy me. Listen to me now. The man you are trying to find, with your threatening proclamations, the murderer of Laius, that man is here in Thebes. He is apparently an immigrant of a foreign birth, but he will be revealed as a native-born Theban. He will take no pleasure in this revelation, blind instead of seeing, begging instead of rich. He will make his way to forge soil, feeling his way with a stick. He will be revealed as a brother to his father of the children with whom he now lives, and a son of the husband of the woman who gave him birth, the murderer of and marriage partner of his father. Don't think this out, and you find that I am wrong, then I say I have no skill in prophecy.
Who is the man denounced by the prophetic voice from Delphi's cliffs? The man whose blood-stained hands committed a nameless crime. Now is the time for him to run, faster than the storm-swift horses. In full armor, Apollo, son of Zeus, leaps upon him with the fire of the lightning, and the murderer's track follow dreadful, unfailing spirits of vengeance. The word of Apollo has blazed out from the snowy Parsarnus for all to see. Track down the unknown, a murderer by every means. He roams under the cover of the wild forest, among the caves and rocks, like a wild bull, wretched, cut off from mankind, his feet in pain. He turns his back on prophecies delivered at world center, but they, alive forever, hover around him. The wise prophet's words have brought me terror and confusion. I cannot agree with him, nor speak against him. I do not know what to say. I waver in hope and fear. I cannot see forward or back. What cause for quarrel was there between Oedipus and Laius? I never heard of one in the past. I know of none now. I see no reason to attack the great fame of Oedipus in order to avenge the mysterious murder of Laius. Zeus and Apollo, it is true, understand and know in full the events of man's life. Whether a mere man knows the truth, whether a human prophet knows more than I do, who is to be a fair judge of that? It is true that one man may be wiser than another, but I, for my part, will never join those who blame Oedipus until I see these charges proved. We all saw how the Sphinx came against him. There his wisdom was proved. In that hour of danger, he was the joy of Thebes. Remembering that day, my heart will never judge him guilty of evil action.
Fellow citizens of Thebes, I am here in an angry mood. I hear that King Oedipus brings terrible charges against me. If the present dangerous situation, he thinks that I have injured him in any way, by word or deed, let me not live out the rest of my days with such a reputation. The damage done to me by such a report is not a simple thing. It is not the worst there is to be called a traitor in the city, by all of you, by my friends.
This attack on you must have been forced out of him by anger. He lost control of himself.
Who told you that I advised Tiresias to make these false statements?
That's what was said, but I don't know what the intention was.
Were his eyes and mind unclouded when he made these charges against me?
I don't know. It is no use asking me about the actions of those who rule Thebes. Here is Oedipus. Look, he is coming out of the palace.
You, what are you doing here? Did you have a... Wait. 1 second. You, what are you doing here? You have the face to come into my palace? Who are you, convicted as my murderer, exposed as a robber attempting to steal my throne? In God's name, tell me, what did you take from me when you made this plot? A coward or a fool? Do you think I wouldn't notice the conspiracy of yours creeping in the dark? that once I saw it, I wouldn't defend myself. Don't you see that your plan is foolish? To hunt for a crown without numbers or friends behind you? A crown is won by numbers and money.
I have a suggestion. You in your turn listen to reply as long as you speak, and after you have heard, then judge me.
You are a clever speaker, but I am a slow learner. From you, I have found you an enemy and a burden to me.
Just one thing. Just listen to what I have to say.
Just one thing, don't try to tell me you are not a traitor.
Listen, if you think stubbornness deprived of intelligence is a worthwhile position, you're out of your mind.
Listen, if you think you can injure a close relative and then not pay for it, you are out of your mind.
Alright, that's fair. But at least explain to me what I'm supposed to have done.
Did you or did you not persuade me that I ought to send for a holy prophet?
Yes, I did. And I am still of the same mind.
Well then, how long is it since Laius
Did what? I don't follow your drift.
disappeared, vanished, violently murdered?
Many years ago. It is a long count back in time.
And at that time, was the prophet at his trade?
Yes. Wise to say is now and honored them is now.
Did he mention my name at that time?
No, at least not in my presence.
You investigated the murder of Laius, didn't you?
We did what we could, of course, but we learned nothing.
How was that wise prophet did not say anything of this then?
I don't know. And when I don't understand, I keep silence.
Here's something you do know, and I could say too, if you were a loyal man.
What do you mean? If I know, I would not refuse to answer.
Just this, if he had not come to agreement with you, Tiresias would have never called the murderer of Laius my work.
If that's what he says, you are the only one to know. Now I claim my rights from you. Answer my question as I did yours just now.
Ask your question. I shall not be proved a murderer.
You are married to my sister, are you not?
The answer to that question is yes.
And you will thieves jointly and equally with her?
She gets from me whatever she wants.
And I am on an equal basis with the two of you, isn't that right?
Yes, it is. And that in fact shows you are a disloyal friend. What a disloyal friend you are.
No, not if you look at it rationally, as I am explaining it to you. Consider this point first. Do you think anyone would prefer to be supreme ruler and live in fear, rather than to sleep soundly at night and still have the same powers as the king? I am not the man longing for royalty, rather than the royal power, and anyone who has any sense agrees with me. As it is now, I have everything I want, would have to do from you, and nothing to fear. But if I were king, I would do many things I have no mind to. How power and authority, how could the throne seem more desirable to me than power and authority, which brings me no trouble? I can see clearly. All I want is what pleasant and profitable. At the same time, as it is now, I am greeted by all. Everyone salutes me. All those who want something from you play up to me. That's the key to success for them. What makes you think I would give up all this and attempt what you have? No, a mind which sees things clearly as I do would never turn traitor. I have never been tempted by such an idea, and I would never have put up with anyone who takes such an action. You can test the truth of what I say. Go to Delphi and ask for the text of the oracle, to see if I gave you an accurate report. One thing more, if you find what I am conspired with the prophet Tiresias, then condemn me to death, not by a single vote, but by a double yours and mine vote. But do not accuse me in isolation on private baseless fancy. It is not justice to make the mistakes of taking bad men from good. or good from bad. To reject a good friend is the equivalent of throwing away one's own dear life. That's my opinion. Given time, you will realize that this without fail. Time alone reveals the just man. The unjust you can recognize in one short day.
That is good advice, my lord, for anyone who wants to avoid mistakes.
Thank you.
Quick decisions are not for sinners.
When a plotter moves against me in speed and in secrecy, I too must be quick to counterplot. If I take my time and wait, his cause is won and mine is lost.
What do you want then? Surely you don't mean to banish me from things.
Not at all. Death is what I want for you, not exile.
You give a clear example of what is to feel. Hate and envy.
You do not believe me, eh? You won't give away? You won't give way?
No, for I can see you don't know what you are to doing.
Looking after my own interests?
And what about mine?
You are a born traitor.
And you don't understand anything.
Whether I do or not, I am in power here.
Not if you roll badly, you aren't.
Listen to him. Oh, listen to him, thieves, my city.
My city too, not yours alone.
Stop, my lords. Here comes Jocasta from the house. In the nick of time. With her help, you must compose this quarrel between you two.
Jocasta.
Have you no sense? God help you! Raising your voices in strife like this. Have you no sense of shame? The land is plague-stricken and you pursue private quarrels. You! Go into the house, and you too, Creon, inside. Don't make so much trouble over some small annoyance.
Sorry, sister, your husband Oedipus claims that right to inflict dreadful punishment on me. He will choose between banishing me from my fatherland or killing me.
Exactly, Jocasta. I caught him in a treacherous plot against my life.
May I never enjoy life, but perish under a curse. If I have done to you any of these things you charge me with.
In God's name, Oedipus, believe what he says. Show respect for the oath he swore by the gods. Do it for my sake, and the sake of these people here.
Listen to her, King Oedipus. Think over your decision. Take her advice, I beg you.
What concessions do you want me to make?
Creon was no fool before, and now his oath increases in stature. Respect him.
Do you know what you are asking?
Yes, I know.
Tell me what it means then.
This man is your friend. He has sworn an oath. Don't throw him out dishonored on the strength of hearsay alone.
Understand this. If that is what you are after, you want me to be killed or banished from this land?
No, by the sun, foremost of all the gods, may I perish miserably, abandoned by man and God. If any such thought is in my mind, my heart is racked with pain for the dying land of Thebes. Must you add your new sorrows? Must you add new sorrows of your own, making to those we already have?
Well then, let him go, even if he does lead to my death or inglorious banishment. It is your piteous speech that rouses my compassion, not what he says. As for him, I shall hate him, wherever he goes.
You show your silky temper in giving away just as you did in your ferocious anger. Natures like yours are hardest to bear for their owners, and justified so.
Get out, will you? Out!
I'm going. I found you ignorant. These men that think I'm alright, yeah?